Hello everyone, Kiwi Car Talk here, and I'm back making videos. The first video I'll be making today is this 2014 Mazda Axela. This car belongs to a friend of mine, and it was very kind of him to let me film this. Hello everyone, Kiwi Car Talk here. So you're probably wondering where I've been over the last almost 4 years or so. So November of 2018 I filmed the 2-year anniversary video. 2 weeks after that I began a summer internship, which took up most of my time over summer. Even when I had a break, you wanted to spend it with friends and family and stuff like that, right? So I did that. 2019 was my last year of university, so I was very busy making sure I got all my papers done. I passed everything, and that took most of my time because I needed to finish university. 2020, obviously COVID, that kind of happened, and along with that I also began a full-time job and a professional qualification, which took up most of my time in 2020 and 2021. Now that we're here in 2022, July 2022, today is the 3rd of July, I finished my professional qualification, passed all the exams, so that's all done as of last month, and now I have time to go back to filming cars and making these videos. So that's basically where I've been over the last 4 years or so, and I look forward to resuming this. Thank you. Okay, so let's get started. Here's the key, and let's get this started up. I think I might have just locked it there. So the very useful thing about this car is it's got this little button on the door handle. So all you got to do is just push that. I appear to have locked it. Push again, it's unlocked, and I can do that with the key in my pocket, so I don't have to awkwardly fumble when I'm trying to get into the car. So it's push button start, and as is the deal with most push button start cars, foot on the brake, lights turned on, so now it's started up. We'll just open up the wing mirrors. So right now they're in the little slider switch thing is up here, so if we were just to move that down, the mirror is open, and to close it just need to do that again, but we'll just keep them open for the next part of the video. So let's turn on the hazards, the lights and the fog lights. Let's go have a look around the exterior. So you got indicators here on the wing mirror. There's your light there, and your fog light. Sorry, I'm parked on a residential street here, so it's a sort of awkwardly angle myself. Okay, so let's step inside and have a look at the interior. So my friend's car has gone 139,078 kilometers. Seems pretty far for an 8-year-old car, but my friend drives around a fair bit, so that's understandable. And because it's a Japanese car, your indicator controls are on this side, and your wiper controls are here. It's coming down here, you've got your wing mirrors, your window lock, and your electric window controls. And one thing I've noticed is this car doesn't have a button for central locking, but if you just lock the driver's door, watch this, it locks all the other doors in the car as well. So you just need to do that, and then once you unlock it, it automatically unlocks the other doors as well, so that's quite convenient. You've also got paddle shifters in the car, so you got one there and one there. Looking on the steering wheel more, you've got the controls for the stereo, they're all here. And you got your cruise control here, so cancel, resume, set, off, on. And it's also got radar cruise control, so you can set the following distance, which is quite a useful feature. Coming down to here, you got some more control, so traction control off. iStop, I assume that's the automatic stop start feature, which 9 out of 10 people agree is extremely annoying, so just as well that you turn that off. And I'm not too sure what these are, unfortunately. So coming around in the middle, you've got your infotainment system here, the controls for which are here. And it's got your stock standard stuff, so applications, your entertainment, communication, navigation. Now this is a Japanese domestic market car, so if I were to go into that, it just shows us in the middle of nowhere, which is not really helpful. That's alright. You got settings and stuff. This car does have Bluetooth audio, so you can pair your phone with it. You don't need to put like a little Bluetooth receiver thing in your aux. It's already there. You can just factory Bluetooth, so you can just pair your phone with it. It's very convenient. Got your vents and stuff here. Coming down, you got your dual zone climate control. So your passenger can set one temperature, driving set another. You got your controls, you know, recirc or fresh air, your front demister, rear demister. Just turn that off. Fan speed off, and the different modes. Down here you got a CD drive, which is quite interesting. Most new cars tend not to have that. That's quite cool. Here you got your 6-speed automatic transmission with Tiptronic. Handbrakes here, still got a physical handbrake in the car, which is quite nice. Got yourself 2 cup holders just right here. Open this up. You got the center console. There's a little tray, but what I found is you can remove it. And then you got quite a deep storage space here. And if we were to move that across, you've got USBs, SD card, aux if you wanted to use that, and a little power socket. And I'll just give you a little final kind of view of the driver's seat. Okay, so now it's time to have a look at the engine, which means it's time to pull out the good old handy dandy cheat sheet. So this 2014 Mazda Axela features a double overhead cam 16 valve engine with 1998 cc's of displacement. The engine produces 114 kilowatts at 6,000 rpm and 196 newton meters of torque at 4,000 rpm. The car is a front wheel drive car. So we'll just zoom in and give you a closer look at it. So it's a sort of final kind of overall view. Okay, so let's step inside and have a look at the back. Ooh. So you've got your passenger's window control here, rear seat belt sort of about there. Just panning the camera around. You got the other 2 seats here, so both seats have adjustable headrests and normal 3-point belts, as you can see there. In terms of sort of space at the back, there is a fair bit of space here. So I'm 1.80 m and I'm pretty comfortable at the back. This seat is pushed not all the way forward, a little bit, sort of a little of the way forward, but it's definitely comfortable here at the back for me. So I've got plenty of leg room, and same with headroom actually. So a lot of hatchbacks, there's a little headroom at the back just because it's sort of slopes, but this Mazda's got a fair bit of headroom at the back, and I don't feel like it's hitting anything, which is really good. In terms of width, I reckon 2 adults can definitely sit comfortably here. 3 adults, it'll be a bit more of a tight fit. So if you're looking to seat 3 people in the back, 2 adults and a small child, or 2 adults and a slightly bigger child would be applicable. So let's go around and have a look at the boot. So you've got an electric boot release, so you just got to push a button and it opens up. So here's the boot, and it's actually pretty decent size for a hatchback. You can definitely fit a fair amount of things in here, probably not too many things, but you can fit, say, some like light luggage for camping or whatever, and yeah, decent grocery run. It also appears that the seats do fold down, so you can fold those down if you needed extra cargo space, but you got a decent amount of here to play around with. So I'll sort of just zoom in. What he wants. Let's do that. Sort of overall view of the boot. You got a fair bit of boot space. Got a little handle here, so you can just grab that, pull it down. So let's swing around and look at the front. And again, on the passenger's door as well, you got the little button I mentioned earlier, so you can either enter from there or here and unlock the car. It's quite convenient. Oh, just move that here. So you got your passenger's window control here, and a little sort of storage cubby just right here. And in terms of passenger space up here at the front, it's really good. It's definitely quite wide, so you can sit quite comfortably. And in terms of legroom as well, it's definitely a decent amount of legroom. This seat has been pushed back just a little, but even with that, there's definitely space at the back and at the front, so this is a pretty decent sized car for, you know, going around with a bunch of people, because they can definitely all sit quite comfortably. And looking over the driver's side as well, there's definitely a fair bit of room. It's quite a big drive, it's quite a decent sized drive, so it's quite comfortable. See, I was sitting in it earlier, as you know, and they've got a decent amount of leg room as well. So coming up here, you've got your cabin lights. They're switched off at the moment, but I think, yep, so you got your matte lights there. That one's switched off. If you go here, you've got your sunglass holder. And the mirror, I forgot to mention this earlier, but if you look sort of about here, well, the camera's not focusing, but there's this little button here. I assume that's to turn an automatic dimmer on or off, which is quite cool. Coming up to the top here, you got your sun visor. And the sun visor does have a little light, so it shines a bit of light in your face, which is quite nice. And I guess sort of overall thoughts on the car. It's a very solid car. You know, in terms of performance and other things, it's pretty good for a car this size. Hatchback as well. It's a pretty decent sized hatchback. You know, it's not like a real tiny car or anything, and it's compact, but it's pretty big on the inside, which is quite good. And when I was sitting in the driver's seat earlier, it feels like it would be a comfortable car to drive. And yeah, it's definitely a recommendation for me. I would probably recommend this car if you're looking for a decent kind of hatchback that's not too small but not too big. This is definitely the car for you. And if you want comfortable passengers, well, I can assure you I'm definitely very comfortable here up at the front. And of course, last but not least, you got a really big glove box, so you can fit lots of stuff in here as well. Right, so I hope you've enjoyed learning more about this 2014 Mazda Axela. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.